So I said yesterday I probably won't make videos every day, but at the same time, I'm thinking that because I don't want to bore people, but why do I care what somebody else is gonna think? So today missed out on recording stuff in the gym. Played basketball again this morning. But yeah, I'm just whatever. Here's another vlog, day 3. I'm gonna put some ideas together. Come to find out with these, I think I eat out of boredom. But if you're new to crypto, you should check out, I think his name's Sean Ryan, and check out the interviews he did with Charles Hoskins and what the hell's his name? The CEO owner of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong. Because those 2 videos, you learn a lot in general of who they are in general, and then what they're trying to do, and how much influence they have within the government as well. But those are 2 great videos. Now, I don't know, I thought I'd come on here, talk about what I like, what I'm interested in within crypto, and what tokens I'm paying attention to. If you've already seen some of my videos, you follow my TikTok, Twitter, you know I'm a big XRP fan. XRP, to me, is that token that people don't want to admit that it has the capability of doing what it's claiming. And in my opinion, and from my experience of seeing things and how things went, that's usually the token you bet on. That is the investment you bet on, the one that everybody's trying to throw dirt on. In my opinion, that's what I've seen. Now, cool. That's like not financial advice. Do your own research, yada yada. That is one of the big reasons why. And then going into Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, Rosie Rios, Chris Larson, Brito, the beginning stages of like Ryan Fugger. There's just so much. And then the lore with Bearable Guy 123. Like, the token has a mascot that people don't know about. There is somebody that went on Reddit, created themselves as an image of a bear, a Grateful Dead bear in that case, and would draw funny little, like, childish looking images predicting crypto, and specifically things that would happen with XRP. A lot of people hate on it, but whoever that is an insider, and whoever that is doing it for the people that are willing to, turn over stones and check what's under there, which is a very rare. Not many people want to do that. Not many people want to look further. I knew about him, and then once I got into XRPL, it made me dig a lot deeper, and it made me understand him even more. And to have that for cryptocurrency, like Satoshi, it's like a Satoshi. So if you look up, I can go on for days, but Arthur Brito is somebody who, you try to look him up, you could barely find any information on him. And then when you look up what I think Brito means in Celtic, it means bear. People think Brito is almost Satoshi, or I don't know, man. The rabbit hole goes really fucking deep. But David Schwartz was part of early development of Bitcoin. That's been on record. Brad Garlinghouse, part of the World Economic Forum. Rosie Rios, who was a treasurer, now on the Ripple board. There's a lot of reasons why I like XRP. And I think they all are justified. Now, other coins, I love XLM. I love XDC. They do things similar, from my understanding, similar to XRP, but they will be doing it on a different level. So like XRP would be more institution. XDC is more like business. Best way I can kind of explain it. XLM is more peer-to-peer, as in like people like you and I, for being utilized. And then I'm a big H-bar fan. I love Hedera. Reason why I like Hedera so much is because they use hashgraph technology as opposed to like a normal blockchain, and they are patent for that. So when I'm thinking investing strategy wise, if they're the only ones that can use that and they are a successful project, I think your ROI is very significant. That's just my thought. It's very simplistic, but if nobody else can use that technology, then that's a rare use case. And a lot of people line them up with security, and security makes sense because with Hashgraph, the best way I can explain it from my understanding is that the node is always moving, so it's very hard to... Every chain has a node, which is like the king, and it's very hard. I don't think you can... It's always moving, so I think it's almost impossible to detect where the node is, which is good. So just from my research into that, that's why I love HBAR. Cardano, its biggest thing for me, from what I studied and came up with, is that Charles Hoskinson helped develop on ETH, and ETH is like the smart contract king, and every development, every chain takes large fractions or some fractions from ETH's code in general. I don't know if Cardano does that or not, and the reason why is because I could be wrong, but I know that he is doing, Charles Hoskinson, something different with smart contracts. That's the best way I can kind of explain it. Like, ETH has the ERC, and then however their smart contracts are set up and how they function. And then Cardano, the claim, because I don't know if I've seen it or if anything is out there yet, is just that he's doing something, he's doing a much different version of smart contracts. And Charles Hoskinson is very smart, and he's doing great things in general, and I like the ecosystem of Cardano. So I think Cardano's going to do great. Quant, and then a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about is like stuff that I've taught myself like years ago, and that's why I invested in them last bull run. But that's when I really learned the difference between market psychology, studying your investment, studying your asset, and then charts. Like, that's where I really learned, because like I bought essentially the top. I got to experience and see my portfolio do something significant to the point where I was like, I felt the euphoric, moment. But I did not understand I was buying pretty close to the top of the market, and saw my portfolio get squished. But I did so much studying on what I was purchasing, which made me very confident in what I was buying, and that's why I'm still here today. But I didn't understand the market in that I was buying the top, like I said. But I did so much studying with all these that, it made me stick around and learn a lot more after, which was good. I think it happened for a reason, and it was supposed to happen like that. I'm grateful for the fact that it did happen that way, because maybe I would have got too ahead of myself. But back to quant, from looking at that so long ago, I think it's Rockefeller, one of big families are invested into that. I want to say it's Rockefeller or something, but either way, that's why I like quant. Quant is like a chain link. Quant is like a chain link for ISO 222 or whatever. So I like quant. Solana's cool. I don't have any Sui. I have Lofi, the meme coin, on Sui. I just bought some of that because why not? But I'm personally not chasing what's not proven when it comes to these blue chip tokens. I don't have any more Algorand. Algorand is great. Flare is great. But you could chase all these new chains, Sui, Caspa, whatever. But if you're new to this and you're spreading your money across the board too thin, you're not going to make as great of a return as you would expect from how people hype everything up. You're going to experience it differently then. You're going to see a pump on your money, and then you're going to be like, oh, wait. And that's why you should look at charts. That's why you should look at, the bottom of where the market cap is now to where its all-time high is, so you can start to do the math on what you will get to see as it traces back up. Because, you go back up, it's down 90% or whatever, or, just even looking at meme coins, like something that went to $100 million market cap and then came all the way back down to $100,000 market cap. This is where, and then meme coins is a whole nother animal, but this will set you up better for when the whole altcoin season bull run starts, because when it chases back to all-time highs, you're going to kind of know, okay, I could take my initials out and then hold a little bag of profit. But what I'm trying to get to is that you kind of want to bet on one if you don't have a lot of money. You kind of want to pick one that you're secure about. And because if you're throwing $10 here, $10 in different coin, you're not going to do what you are imagining or what you want. You could with a meme coin, but that's real luck if you do it that way. What I do, I don't suggest or whatever, is pick one, do a lot of studying on it, get enough conviction in that project, and then understand that you need to dollar cost average into it as much as possible. Because we're getting to a point where it's going to be insane. And the people that have been sitting on the sideline are going to finally jump in. But they don't know how to look at charts. So they don't know we just reached all-time highs. And everybody might not even jump in at a lot of these alts all-time highs. They might be jumping in when we finally break all-time highs. That's when people might actually start to build confidence to get back in. Because people aren't really even jumping into Bitcoin at around 120, 130K. So what price is it going to make people to jump, back into Bitcoin, which I think is like 150 to 200K. I think that's the number where it's going to get everybody riled up again. I don't know. I'm pretty confident I'm set up. I have been insane for the past, 4 years, nonstop researching, nonstop listening to the news, nonstop what's going on. And I've basically experienced 2 bull runs already. First one, didn't even get in, just knew about it. And everybody that I was talking about it to was calling me an idiot, and then it went through the roof. Then everybody asked me if I bought any, and then I didn't because I listened to what everybody said, that it was a dumb idea. Even though I was very passionate about it, even then I was looking into it, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Second bull run was buying things, doing like I said earlier, spreading money around a little too much, buying everything, jumping into the hype. Got to see some cool gains. Held it all the way back down. Got to watch my portfolio squish into almost nothing. Stuck around still. Learned DeFi. Really understand now how to do things properly. Taking money off the exchange. Creating wallets. All that cool stuff that makes it cool. And that makes you go, wow, I am investing in something that is probably going to be a very big deal and put into your everyday life with or without you knowing it. So, and this will be the vlog for today. And this is the longest one. It's me yapping. But, I don't know. If any of this advice helps people, cool. That's what I want. I got a Telegram group where I put out stuff for free. Not often, but enough. There's a lot in there. I got Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to be more social on here. So, give me a follow. Subscribe. This is my road to a Crypto Milli. I'm kind of learning as I'm going, especially with like this. With the vlogging stuff, I don't really know what anybody really wants to listen to, if anybody even cares, or if I'm just getting bot views. But if you do, let me know in the comments, subscribe, talk to me, and I'll keep on posting my thoughts or whatever. And you guys get to watch the journey. See ya. Not for nothing. That's where the sun is. Are you gonna tell me? Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those conspiracy guys. How are you gonna tell me these are clouds? There's no cloud. It's a fog. I do not believe that is a natural sky. That is just my opinion. I don't know.